Race number 19 of the meeting. This time we turn our attention to Junior Rotax. It's Heat 5 for the competitors aged anywhere between 12 to 15, and it is Groups A and D. The grid order for this particular encounter, it will span over 7 minutes plus an additional lap, will be as follows. Ollie Pilka from Poland will be on pole position, alongside will be Aaron Walker. Sam Gornall in third position, alongside we'll have Arvid Rosen from Sweden. Alexander Abkazava from Georgia will be in fifth place, alongside him will be Norway's Theo Eriksson. Lucas Schoenmakers and Marco Aguilera from the Netherlands and Spain respectively will round out the top 4 rows, with an all-Belgium completion of the top 10 with Tom Braken in the 218 and Kai Rielert in the 274. Alexei Yalava from Finland, and hopefully, and also Austin Lee, an American-based, an American now currently residing in Germany, racing under a German license, having started karting back when he was 6. He's 11. This is the biggest event he's ever been to, according to his dad. Harry Reynolds and Nick Gerhards round out the top 7 rows ahead of Guillermo Pernilla, Andrew Douglas, Mackenzie Cresswell, Drake Janssen, Gutierrez Boza, Pankratov, Mertz, Mikov, Turpainen, Hunt and Falke. That rounds out the 25 strong, 7 minutes plus an additional lap. And I'm just keeping an eye on how many more races we've got to go. So we'll have this, including this, we'll have so 6 including this one. And the juniors will have the completion of their last race. I think we're actually coming to the business end of that, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to quickly check the timetable. A quick attention notice for the paddock. All drivers will be required to go to the start-finish line on the circuit here at 1:15 tomorrow afternoon for the official group shot for the event. We go into the tram lines, and this is the penultimate qualifying heat. Oh, bit of wheel-to-wheel contact between Gornall and Walker heading into turn 1. Gornall keeps advantage at the minute, ahead of Walker, who's now dropped down into third position. Then we have Arvid Rosen, Theo Eriksson. That is the top 5 as they make their way up the hill towards the crest of the top of the circuit. Down the hill they come, through turn 9, through into the right-hander, quickly on the anchors to slow it all down as they go down the slight dip into turn 12. So at the moment, Pilka leads. Walker now fires it up the inside of Gornall to retake second position, and the Brits are bumper to bumper, line astern. Arvid Rosen from Sweden waiting in the wings. Theo Eriksson just behind from Norway. As there's been a few changes, and that means that Eriksson and Rosen battling over fourth. Eriksson's got a nose in front coming out of the final corner. Went up the inside of the Swede through turn 16 and made the move stick but Rosen responds and goes back up the inside of the Norwegian through turn 1. 5 minutes and 53 seconds plus an additional lap remaining. We'll make that 5 minutes and 36. And it's 4/10 of a second between Pilka and Walker as well. Running order at the moment. It is Pilka, Walker, Gornall, Eriksson, Rosen, Abskava, Schoenmakers, Rielert, Aguilera, Braken, Lee, Yalava, Gerhards. That's Nick Gerhards, Janssen, Douglas, Reynolds, Pernilla, Pankratov, Cresswell, Hunt, Mikos, Gutierrez Bosa. As Gornall's trying to force his way past Walker cleanly and fairly. Mertz, Turpainen and Falke, they round out the field of 25 drivers. So Turpainen up for 24th place. Top 3 nearly line astern. Ollie Pilka now I think is being chased a little bit here. A 1 minute 6.5 from Pilka. Walker goes second, or goes quicker than him, a 1 minute 6.3. But then the fastest lap, Sam Gornall, 1 minute 6.266. The Brit is absolutely on a mission. Walker and Gornall are after the blood of Poland's very own Olli Pilka as they go down the hill towards turn 9. Then you look back towards Arvid Rosen, Abkazava. Then you've got Schoenmakers and Eriksson. And then with them very shortly is going to be possibly Tom Braken and also Kai Gielerts. Gielerts now behind the 2:09 of Marco Aguilera from Spain, who's running with the TD Kart Racing Marlon Kart team here. As I think I might have seen a little bit of a move up the inside of Derek Janssen from Harry Reynolds from Cole Racing. As again, there's another change that is for P5. A great dice, that's between Abkazava and also Schoenmakers. But now into the mix comes Theo Eriksson from Norway. Right on the back bumper, Tom Braken now with them. Look at, and also at the front of the field, they have absolutely dropped the hammer. They are getting away from Alexander Abskava, who now sits in 4th position. So Pilka still leading, but not by much. You can't really put a couple of sheets of A4 paper between Pilka, Walker and Gornall as they battle their way down towards turn 11 once again. And it is getting very, very interesting indeed, because behind the top 3, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. So from 4th to 13th position, they are starting to concertina as we go into the last 180 seconds plus an additional lap. Absolutely crazy how quickly this can change, as there's a possible move as Tom Braken goes up the inside. Let's just have a look at the timings now. Tom Braken gets past Arvid Rosen from Sweden. So made the move stick by the time they crossed the start-finish line. There is Lukas Schoenmakers, now sitting in 5th position behind Georgia's Alexander Abkazava from Dan Holland Racing, running on the Alonso chassis. So at the minutes, we still have time left on the clock. Just now, 2 minutes plus an additional lap to go. Pilka continuing to lead the way, but not by much, as Gornall closes up in the braking zone onto Aaron Walker, Abskava, and also then Schoenmakers round out the top 5. Tom Braken's got some work to do here. He was a 10th slower in the first sector behind Schoenmakers, so has a chance, but if he had about 3.5 minutes on his side, and if he didn't have Arvid Rosen up his back bumper, he'd have a good opportunity to move forward, because he's got some clean air. But then when you've got to fight against someone who's chasing you down, it's a completely different strategic call that you have to employ. And now Pilka has dropped, as Walker has now been passed once again by Sam Gornall. So Sam Gornall now up into 2nd position as the Coles Racing driver. One of the rookies in terms of appearances in the Euro Trophy. So he's trying to pull away from his countryman, Aaron Walker from Strawberry Racing. So it's Dan Holland Racing. They've got 3 karts in the top 7. So first with Olli Pilka, 4th with Alexander Abkazava from Georgia, and then Arvid Rosen from Sweden with Dan Holland Racing. And I'm just sort of having a look here. In the top 11, we have 7 respective teams represented. We go on to the penultimate lap as the leaders cross the line with about 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Olli Pilka has a 0.3 of a second advantage ahead of Sam Gornall from Coles Racing. Then it's Aaron Walker from Strawberry Racing, rounding out the top 3. The top 3 separated by just over 0.7 of a second last time as they crossed the line. Abkazava from Georgia 4th. Schoenmakers and Braken round out the top 6. Rosen 7th. Aguilera gets past Theo Eriksson. And Eriksson now has to watch it because Kai Gielerts from Belgium in the brand new livery for 2020. I must admit there's a bit more orange on the Xpree chassis livery that JJ Racing have decided to put in for 2020. It's very, I like it. It's very colourful, very, very clementine, if you will, in terms of whether, you know. And if people say to me, "Why are you referring to a fruit?" Well, I could say it's very orange. And there we go. Kai Hilitz goes up the inside of Theo Eriksson, who's trying to slipstream him all the way down towards turn one. But Hilitz did a great defensive move there to keep Theo Eriksson. We're now onto the final lap. Gornall dropped the gap down to 0.185 of a second between himself and Olli Pelka, who still leads at the minute. Aaron Walker, nearly a full half a second adrift of second position. Abkazava, 9/10 adrift, followed by Schoenmakers. Braken, a further 1.2 seconds adrift in roundabout sixth position as they go through turn 12 for the last time. Gornall could get a run if he nails it perfectly, coming through turns 13 and 14, but he hasn't. Pelka, absolutely metronomic, consistent at the front of the field, coming through into turn 16 for the final time. As Gornall he's trying to think of sizing up an opportunity on a potential drag race. He tries to do it. He's not going to do it. Pelka wins it by a kart length. Pelka got mugged by Babikova earlier on today by 6/1000ths, and he definitely didn't want lightning to strike twice. Olli Pelka takes the win ahead of Sam Gornall, who started in third, finished in second. Aaron Walker started second, finished third. Alexander Abkazava from Georgia started in fifth and finished fourth at the end of it. Lukas Schoenmakers, P7 to P5, ahead of Tom Brachen from SP Motorsport. Used to run with GKS Lemons Power before heading over to Italy last year to compete. He went from P9, and he's actually been, it looks like he's actually gone down a position, so it looks like Harvid Rosen actually got him at the end of it. So it's Pelka, Gornall, Walker, Kavazar from Georgia, Schoenmakers, Rosen, Braken, Aguilera, Eriksson. Nick Gerhardt rounds out the top 10 as Kai Hilitz drops to 11th position. Also Austin Lee has a good run there, finishing in 12th. That's exactly where he started, but good run from the Germany-based American. Harry Reynolds in 13th, Pernia, Yalava, Janssen, Douglas, Cresswell, Mikos, Gutierrez Bossa, Torpainen, Pankratov, Mertz, Hunt and Falke. That rounds out the running order of how they finished in the penultimate junior qualifying heats. Race 19 of the meeting here at Wintercup Campillos.